Time now for a look at the mayor's chair. Once a week, we check in with local mayors to see what's happening in their community and some of the situations they're dealing with. Joining us tonight in the mayor's chair is Chris Hope from Burks Falls. Mayor Hope, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, and great to be with you.
Great to have you. Let's start with one of the big things I think I noticed over the course of the summer and even to a degree in the past winter. The weather in Algonquin Highlands along this stretch of Highway 11 has just been wild lately. How are you and the rest of the residents coping? And you got to be pretty proud of some of the public works crews you've had out there.
They've done a fantastic job this spring. You know, we're Northerners. We're used to big challenges when it comes to weather. But, I mean, Mother Nature sure threw a lot of curveballs our way this spring. And especially further south, where they had some incredible drops of snow that we didn't get, oddly enough. But the crews were fantastic, and things got cleaned up very well. We had very little downtime when it came to electric power either. The crews were really quick to fix things.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Mother Nature let up on you guys, so hopefully she gives you a little bit of a break. As you mentioned, highway safety in that area, or the highway in that area, there's a big stretch of Highway 11 where there's a lot of different issues, particularly for your counterparts on Highway 11. I realize 11 looks a little different where you are, but is it a factor for residents in Burks Falls? And what do you think the MTO could be doing better?
Hey, you know, we're one of the first communities you hit in Northern Ontario. And the weather and the culture seems to change the moment you enter, and it shapes our lives up here. There's a bit of a saying up here about you either, as a Northerner, you either learn to get along with Mother Nature or she kills you. And so that's basically how we operate here. But again, the challenges we saw with the highway, with railways and all that sort of stuff, we were able to get through, but it sure was a very strange year for weather.
Infrastructure has been a big issue. I know you're not too far from Trail Creek, and Powassan's been doing what it can to keep the doors of the arena open. Powassan by no means alone on this front. A lot of municipalities facing similar situations. What do you think the solution is here?
The solution is probably more efficiency over the long haul between communities. I know in the case of our arenas, we work closely with Sudbury and South River, our neighboring communities, to cover ourselves whenever we need service on the arena. If we have a Zamboni breakdown, we often talk to each other. Sometimes when people take holidays, we lend workers to help them. So it's up to councils to find good ways to cooperate and find more efficiencies to keep our services open. I know Trout Creek and Powassan, they will rise to the challenge.
I know the community is typically also big with tourism. I'm down to the last 30 seconds or so, but how did the summer go?
The summer went very, very well. Burks Falls is, as I say, the gateway to Northern Ontario when you're coming from the south, of course. And we noticed that this year there were a lot more people coming up from Southern Ontario. And incredibly, we're having more families move here because the quality of life is changing in the north. And the comparisons before between Southern Ontario and Northern Ontario, they've changed, and those arguments have changed, and we're finding that families are returning to the north because of quality of life.
That's really great to hear, and especially because you have such a beautiful stretch there of Highway 11. Mayor Hope, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Ian. Great to talk to you.
You as well. That's Mayor Chris Hope from Burks Falls.
Thanks for that, Ian.